Okay, here we go. Another backpacking trip, this time with Deja. She got off work around 4:30 this afternoon, so we got a late start and just hiked 2 miles in on the high trail, starting from Agnew Meadows. We could have slept at home tonight, but couldn't resist adding one more night to this trip so that we could spend more time outside in the mountains together.
Day two. Today we left our first campsite. Some highlights. The high trail was beautiful. It was really cool views of the valley, and being able to see the Shadow Creek outlet was really neat, seeing it across the valley and looking over at it, since we had just hiked over there a couple weeks ago. So it was nice to get some different views. Other than that, felt pretty tired today. I didn't sleep very well last night. I was feeling pretty sluggish. So when we got to our current campsite, Joe and I are both feeling just like extremely exhausted, and pretty much just like set up camp, ate, and then knocked out for a few hours, which was much needed, and already feeling much better. So yeah, we're stoked. And Badger Lakes is a pretty cool little area. I'm glad that we decided to like camp here instead. Got to watch some of the sunset up on this kind of like rocky ridge just up from where camp is. So that was beautiful. Got to see the outlet for Garnet and Thousand Island Lakes. So pretty stoked on that. Kind of feels like it's setting the tone for our day tomorrow, which is going to be our big day. We're gonna go check out Thousand Island and Garnet. Looking forward to that. And yeah, on to day 3. Day 3. Finally made it out to Thousand Island and Garnet Lakes. Literally cried when I first saw Thousand Island Lake. Just so beautiful and such a special place, and just felt so lucky to be there. So definitely a big highlight.
From here at the Garnet Lake outlet, we followed an unmaintained trail down the creek to meet the river trail in the valley below, so that we could loop back to our campsite where we left our tent set up. The trail wasn't too bad getting down, but at the bottom there isn't a bridge to get across to the other side. So we crossed Garnet Creek on this skinny log, and then waded across the San Joaquin River. Made for a little excitement and kept things interesting, that's for sure. I guess there's always potential for this sort of thing, though, when you're following an unmaintained trail. Home sweet home, baby.
Day well spent. Got to also meet Emerald and Ruby Lakes, which are also special in their own ways. And then Garnet is now my favorite lake of all time. It is the most beautiful and epic lake ever. It was really nice to be able to just spend over an hour there. Had some good conversation with Joe. Wishing we had one more night. This is our last night. Love our campsite. It's been lovely camping here. We have not seen anyone since we got back to camp today, which has been great. On to day 4, where we head back home. A little sad times, but stoked to see a different part of this valley and connect more of the dots.
All right, time to go home.
So we ended up heading back on the river trail on our last day, and it was really beautiful to see the different cascades and like twists and turns, drops all along the San Joaquin River, and how lush that area was in the back of the valley. Beautiful views of the valley.
I feel like we got super lucky with the weather on this trip. Despite all the clouds for all those days, we only got rained on very briefly. Saw lightning off in the distance, but nothing ever came over us, thankfully.
Overall, amazing backpacking trip, and I cannot wait for our next one. Hopefully it's sooner than later.